Action. Where is the mic actually? The mic is up here, I think. Welcome. Today, I got some antique razors to show you. These are quite old. I wouldn't recommend using them. We've got two that aren't in the box and one that's still got its original box that it was sold in. So first, I'm going to open up this. That's on the inside. It's a very old box, hence why it's in the condition it is. We've got the instructions on how to use it. I'll show you close-up pictures so you can see more detail. You've got the packaging, or the paper that would have been on the cardboard. I'm not even sure how well the video is going to work though, so and the two side bits of paper. So you could probably try and repair the box if you wanted to, but I'm not going to. And if we take it out, that in there is a sale date for the 18th of the 8th, 1955. That's the bottom of the box. I'm hoping you can see this. I can't actually see the screen to see if it's in focus or not. But limited license and conditions of sales. We'll go over that in a bit. As you can see, this one on this side is in much better condition than this side. On this side you got some rust happening here. You've also got a serial number on this side, just there. But this one is a lot more older. This actually has a date of 1927 and that little circle. And you can kind of see just by looking at them side by side. This one's obviously a much more recent, and it's also got 1955 in the box. This one's almost 100 years old. It's quite impressive. What would you say that is? 93 years old? So I'm going to start with this one, which also has a number on it, engraved in the side there. I'm not sure on the date of this specific one. I'm assuming it's very close to this one because they're basically identical. I could probably work out from the serial numbers which one is the oldest, but I'm going to assume it's this one. But you've got these little buttons on the side. Once you click them, opens up. This is the leather part. This one doesn't have a blade or handle in it. It's just a casing. But you would have, if we take out this other side, that's your stone for grinding. Making your razor sharp. But your razor would sit on this, which we can see in these next packages, and you would put the blade there and run it across and do all that business. So we'll put these back here for now. I'm not going to be able to get it back on, am I? Okay. Let's close that back up. And let's try not to stab our hands. So we'll put that one there. This one, which has the date of 1927 on it. It's also got a bunch of pattern numbers in there. I'm not sure if that's the same lid for this box, I'm not too sure. But if we open this one up, as you can see again, you got your leather and you got your stone on this side. And even the leather has got writing on it. I don't know how well you can see, I'll show a picture. It says Stroop, made in England. And this one, this one has 3 blades. I don't think they're all meant for it, but that is the safest razor in the world. That's your safety guard, this little flappy bit. Best Sheffield steel, it says on there. I'm not sure what those numbers stand for, but it says Rolls razor, made in England, and then it's got a couple of numbers. This is also original, Rolls razor, Imperial blade. This is, all this is a little case that holds another blade. It also says Best Sheffield steel. And on this side it has a patent number, which is kind of hard to see. Does that have a patent number? That's a bit easier to see. It says patent number and then Rolls razor as well. But if we take a look between these two blades, I'll show you a picture close up. But they both have different numbers. For example, that one's got a 49 and a 5 that I can see, whereas this one's got a 38 and a 7. I'm not sure what these mean. I'm sure someone online can tell me. But this would keep your blade obviously safer and cause you to get cut up less from just having it in there freely moving around. But what you do is you would pull that would be sharpening the blade, and I'm assuming you use the leather to clean it off more, probably. I'm not sure. I'm not entirely 100%, but you just unscrew it from that. This has a number. This one actually says C46 5. If I find out what this means, I would obviously let you know. But otherwise someone in the comments might know. And I don't know if this one has... No, this one is also missing the handle for the blade. So we screw that back on. How am I gonna... that isn't how I want it to be, but I think that's how we're going to have to deal with it. Because I wanted the blade to go back in there. Or can I put the blade in there? No, it won't go in there. How am I going to do this? There we go. I'll just hold that down and put that back in there. And for now, for safety, I'll put that one in there as well. So this we know is a 1927 model. This is a more modern one. As you can see, it's much more cleaner than those. That's partially because it had its box as protection, but you've got a little bit of rust there, which I think we could easily fix that. But what we're going to do is, these also have an S on that side and a H on that side. I don't know what that means. I could probably find out. Whereas these ones are just little buttons. So you can see from a side angle, they're different. But if we push this button to unlock it, there you got more of the leather with Made in England, Rolls-Royce Stroop written on it. This one does actually have a handle, which if we take the blade out, take the handle out as well. It's a bit awkward this. Let's just take the other side off for now. That's your stone for sharpening your blade. And these are very sharp, which is why I would not recommend using them on your face. I can use these for woodworking. They're that sharp. On a door frame or on the edge of a door, you could easily shave the wood off your door. This, I'm assuming, is also a more modern... This blade, not modern, but it's a more newer blade than the ones in there. Because this just says Rolls-Royce Limited. Or not Rolls-Royce, that's a car. Rolls-Razor Limited. There's no numbers on this, so I'm not sure if that's old or new. And here's your little handle, which I'll show you how that works. That's literally, you just get the blade, try and angle this away, and try not to cut myself. You would just put that in the center, and there you go. Antique razor blade. I don't know if I'll show you a picture, but there's a pretty decent gap between the guard and the blade. So as long as you knew what you're doing, I suppose at least it wouldn't gouge straight in, but if you have it at the wrong angle, it will just fillet your skin. If we get something as an example. This is a bit of plastic. Suppose it was to cut your skin, it could potentially fillet it like that, if you know what I mean. Like making little fillets, skin fillets out of you. So I would definitely not recommend this. This is just a novelty item, a collectible, whatever you want to call it. Not to be used anymore. It's too dangerous. But if we just put that there for a second, I want to show you the instructions. Just check I'm still recording. Yeah. Is everything in shot? Yeah, stuff's in shot. Let's move this box back here. Instructions for using the Rolls-Royce Viscount model. So that's the actual model of this specific one. As you can see, the image is kind of self-explanatory. You open the box, turn it off, or twist it off, build it, and you got a person there shaving his face, putting it back in the box. Oh, interesting. This is why instructions are handy. I didn't know that's how you store it. The blade clips onto that. It's fine. As you can see in figure H, I didn't know that the handle connected like that. That's nice to know. There's 10 different instructions, which I'll show you individual pictures so you can see if you wanted to. But the guarantee says, providing this razor bears the guarantee... Wait, what? Providing this razor bears the guarantee number and has not been tampered with, it is guaranteed against defective material and workmanship. This guarantee does not cover faults arising out of neglect or careless handling, and a charge will be made for repairs necessary for these reasons. And on the back, I don't know if you can see this here, but it points out all the different things. Apparently you can unscrew the shaving handle. Let's take this off the blade for safety. Place that there. Let's see if we can unscrew the handle. This says unscrew. Yes, unscrew here. I might actually have to put this on for grippage. I'm not sure I can unscrew this. I don't actually know if it does unscrew. And if it does, why would it unscrew? Why it says unscrew here, I don't know, because I don't see any gap between the metal to suggest that this separates. But I'll give it a try later and see if I can get it to unscrew. And according to this, that's your friction grip assembly, your blade attachment pin, rack roller and bearings on the side, spindle handle must not be lubricated, so there's little stretch here. It's called a hone, this bit of stone. Hollow ground blade. But if we take a look here, they also sold some other stuff, like Rolls Razor shaving soap bowl. Got a little picture there. The Rolls Razor shaving soap stick. Not sure which one of those it is, but the same tree. What's that saying? The same tree lathering soap as in the bowl. So basically it's just shaving gel. And you got a Rolls Razor shaving mirror, so a mirror specifically for shaving in, and a Rolls Royce guarded blade. So that, if we open up this one again, that is that bit there. So it's quite nice that we got that. I can make a complete set basically. Service and spare parts. So you could order spare parts. I don't think you'll be able to do that anymore. I don't think you can go to your local dealer and ask for thing. But yeah, these are pretty cool little bits of antique history. It's nice it hasn't been just chucked in a landfill at one point and forgotten about. I'm going to have to restart the recording because I got into 20 freaking minutes. It's a bit of a coffee break. gorgeous. So interesting, this camera does not warn me that it got to a 20-minute mark. So that's good for future reference. I'm still not sure on why they say this handle twist off. That I'm going to have to look into because it's confusing me. But to put everything back, you get your stone, or your horn as they call it. Why won't that go in? Oh, that's why. Non-interchangeable. It has to go in a certain way. Do you see these little knobs at the top? Different sizes. So this will only fit in this side of the box. That is interesting to know as well. And how am I going to get this? I don't know if I should have done that, but I did. So we're going to push this back on there. And then close that up. And this, they say to put it there. I want to look at the box again, just because I want to put it back properly. Okay, that's where I went wrong. This blade, which is now forever stuck there. Gotta be really careful, I don't want to kill myself. Apparently the blade has to go that side. Which is a bit confusing though. Because surely if your blade's like that, if it's like this, you have nowhere to store your extra blade. So that's a bit confusing, isn't it? But yeah, don't you think that's just quite intriguing? This is how your ancestors would have shaped their face. Very interesting. So now I'm gonna put this back on. I'm gonna close this one as well. I'm gonna look up some information for you all. Put these in now, way so you can see them all. And here's where the internet comes into hand. So, according to Wikipedia, I accidentally called this a Rolls Royce by mistake. Turns out that was actually all part of the advertisement. According to here, though not made by Rolls Royce, the name was chosen to evoke the Rolls image of luxury and quality. So they were basically stealing the idea that anything that says Rolls must be amazing. There is a factory address we have, or even on the best paper we got. So if we wanted to in the future, we could actually go and look for this building to see what it now is. They made several models. The earliest models have a pebble finish metal case. I don't know what that means. I don't know if this means it's pebble finished, I'm not sure. Who knows? Okay, so these two apparently, the two main shape variations were the standard Imperial, which had a flat boxy shape with rounded corners. I'd say those are slightly rounded. Oh, yeah, those are rounded. So that's the standard Imperial one. And the Viscount, which had a softer profile with shaped sides and rounded edges. Shaped sides. Assuming that means that's shaped. The case design evolved to a pattern of parallel zigzags. Or parallel zigzag lines. Later Razor have a 3-row Greek key design. A 3-row Greek key? What's that? They're like 3 rows, but that's only got one. Oh, but the Viscount has a single row. I see. So I'm going to read a bit. By 1951, Rolls was also advertising the Viceroy Electric Dry Shaver, or, the ad said, if you have no electricity, ask for the Viceroy Non-Electric Mechanical Dry Shaver. Press the lever and shave. This was a mechanical version of the dry shaver that was operated by repeatedly squeezing the lever on the handle. So as you're shaving, you'd be constantly squeezing the lever to get it to work. And the Rolls Razor was successful enough that it had similar British competitor, the Darwin, made by the Darwins Limited, or Darwin Limited, both spellings were used. That probably didn't make sense to you, did it? Fitzwilliam Works, Sheffield, England. US patents were filed in 1933 and issued in 1935. A British patent was issued in 1934. The Darwin case is no longer and narrower. Sorry, I'm misreading. The Darwin case is longer and narrower than the Rolls. Darwin models include Universal and Deluxe. So, let's see if there's anything else there. No? Apparently there is paperwork on improving in or relating to devices for sharpening safety razor blades. Oh, these are patent claims, that's why. I'll have a Wikipedia down below if you want to look into this yourself. Apparently it's mentioned in the Doomsday Book. That doesn't make much sense. What's the Doomsday Book? Yeah, number 12. The Doomsday Book. This stuff confuses me. I'm not really an online smart person. Trouble in Never Neverland. Who knows? I don't know what these mean. But yeah, what do you think? Kind of interesting, right? You wouldn't buy this sort of thing nowadays to shape your face or hair. Do you still use them? 'Cause I'm sure there's some people out there who probably prefer this to the modern one. If you're one of them, comment down below. If you're new here, click subscribe. It's always nice to have new people watching. And if you want to talk, comments are down below. Leave a comment. I'll try and reply and see your comment. And I guess that's it for now. If there's anything else you want me to do, or any specific thing you want me to go out somewhere or review a specific item, because I've also got some other stuff. I've got some stuff from World War II I want to show you, and even like some vintage first aid stuff, so that should be interesting. But for now, I'm gonna finish my cup of coffee and I'll see you later. Bye for now. Gorgeous. Oh, yeah, that is the spot.